So vibration plates have a really interesting history. They actually started using them with Russian cosmonauts, and it was to reduce all of this muscle atrophy and bone density problems that people have when they don't have gravity. So it was sort of like, how do we make the muscles have to contract more? How do we make the bones feel like they're having more force put on them? And so they would do stuff with vibration. And then that has kind of been taken over by the sports world and the rehab world to create the vibration plates that we have today. One of my favorite things to really improve a lot of movement difficulties with people with MS like me is using a vibration plate. The one I have is a Galileo. It's not necessarily one I would recommend for home use unless you have a lot of expendable cash, because this is about $8,000, $9,000, and it's generally what they use more in physical therapy offices. The reason I have this one is because when I was doing Neuro PT at the Kennedy Career Institute, which you can learn about in the Neuro PT section, this is the one that we used. So this is the one I was most familiar with, and I also, train clients. So when I wanted to have one that I was also using for clients, I wanted to get this brand. There are really three main types of vibration plates. So this is an oscillating vibration plate, which means that when it vibrates in a kind of left to right pattern. There's also ones that vibrate up and down, and then there's ones that do all three. So this just vibrates in the side to side or oscillating pattern. Now, the reason that is my personal preference is because if you think about how we walk, we basically shift our weight to one foot and then we shift our weight to the other foot. So our legs, when we're walking, move in an oscillating pattern. And so for training walking and for getting better at walking and to train all the muscles around walking, having oscillating vibration is really helpful. So a vibration plate can be useful for a ton of different things. And these are all things that have clinical trials behind them, specifically testing them for people with multiple sclerosis. Also, I'm going to talk about some that were tests for osteoporosis, tests for muscle atrophy, and also tests for balance, things like that. First, it kind of gives you more bang for the buck in terms of exercise. If I have this set at 26 hertz, which is what it's currently set at, you can strengthen your muscles faster than if you were doing something, just a regular similar exercise without having that added vibration. Like if you're doing a regular squat, that's just a regular squat. When you're doing a regular squat with vibration, you're also contracting and relaxing your muscles X number of times based on how many hertz that you're using. The vibration can also be really useful for pain and sensation. We talked about in other sections about how you have pain receptors and you have vibration receptors. Those get kind of fired when you stand on vibration or when you have your hands on vibration or you sit on it. So you actually sit on it as well. And those things can help improve how much sensation you have in your feet, if your feet are numb, or in your hands, if your hands are numb. It can also help reduce pain. I use this in neuro rehab to reduce spasticity, because when you're putting a stretch on a muscle at like 20 hertz and above, your stretch reflex that we talked about in the spasticity section as what causes spasticity can't actually fire that fast. So you can kind of go around muscle spasticity. So where I might have bad spasticity in my calf, I stand on the vibration plate for like 3 minutes, and then afterwards the spasticity is really minimized. It's not necessarily gone, but it's definitely minimized. It doesn't last for a very long period of time, but it's going to last long enough that you can go and do some exercises with your now reduced spasticity. It's been shown to improve walking endurance. So this is my basement. So actually I come down here if I'm going to go for a walk, and I will stand on the vibration plate, just doing some like leg warm-ups before I go for a walk. And I'll stand on it for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll go on a walk for like half an hour. And it would generally be a better walk than I would have without it. And especially at the beginning, when it's the hardest time for me to start walking, as if I've been sitting for a long time, so it's useful for that. I could sit in a chair, have my feet on the vibration plate, put, my weight on my legs, do some calf raises, and I could get some strengthening effects there. Vibration plates are also really useful in terms of bone density. If you are at risk for osteoporosis or osteopenia, which you are by nature just from having a neurological disease, standing on a vibration plate kind of puts pressure on your bones. Your bones grow based on force that's applied to them. So standing on a vibration plate applies an interesting type of force to your joints and your bones that can help those bones have better density and reduce your risk for osteoporosis or osteopenia. And if you are kind of in the earlier stages of osteoporosis, and definitely if you're in osteopenia, it can help prevent you from getting worse. Vibration plates are also really helpful for increasing strength through basically any muscle that you're trying to activate on it. And there's lots and lots of different exercises you can do with the vibration plate. I'll show you some of them. Vibration plates also help with improving your balance and improving circulation. So if you're like me and your feet are always purple because you just don't have good blood flow because of muscle spasticity or anything else MS is throwing at you, a vibration plate can also be really helpful in kind of getting the blood flowing. So there are so many different manufacturers now of vibration plates. You can buy them on Amazon. The biggest thing I would tell you in terms of buying one is you need to have one that goes to at least 20-30 hertz to get the benefits that we want as people with MS. Like, to really get the most benefit for spasticity reduction, we need to be working in the 20 to 30 hertz range. You want to be in strength range. You want to be like 18 and over. So I've seen vibration plates that were like vibration of like 5 hertz to like 15 hertz. And that lower vibration is where you're actually going to really feel the vibration. That can be really helpful in terms of balance, because when you're feeling something wobbly, it's kind of making all of your muscles fire in terms of what that balance requirement is, but it doesn't help as much with strength and things like that. So making sure that if you're going to invest the money to get a vibration plate, and they can be in the couple $100s to many, many $1,000 range, you want to make sure that you're getting something that's going to really do all the things that you want it to be able to do. There are some contraindications for using vibration. If you're pregnant, you don't want to use it. If you have a pacemaker, if you have some thrombosis, things like that, definitely talk to your doctor before you use it. So it's not necessarily for everyone, but it's cool for a lot of us.